Good afternoon. Oh, that was pretty good. We can do it one more time, though. Good afternoon. Yes, we are here. Today is a wonderful gathering, and to kick off our gathering, our commencement, I'd like to invite you to join me in prayer. Almighty God, on this day we have much to celebrate. We celebrate this graduating class as well as the many achievements that will follow them in the years to come. We celebrate the people whose sacrifices have brought about this day: family, friends, faculty, staff, alumni, and the many others supporting their journey. Finally, in celebrating these things, we celebrate you, the author and sustainer of all creation. We now commit these graduates and this ceremony to your loving care. Amen. Please be seated.
Good afternoon and welcome. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and the entire Grandview University community, I would like to recognize the class of 2018 and say congratulations to all of you. To you families and friends of our graduates, welcome. Many of you have traveled great distances to be here. Some of you have even come from other countries. We're glad you are here to enjoy the ceremony as well. You too can be proud of these graduates. This is a time to celebrate. Today is a culmination and recognition of the hard work your graduates put into your education. But the word commencement actually means beginning. So today, we also look forward to the next step in your life's journey. For some of you, this means further education. For others, it means embarking on new careers or taking on new challenges in your current jobs. Whatever those next steps may be, the experiences and the relationships you've gained while at Grandview, and when you leave the ceremony as alumni of Grandview, you will go with our very best wishes. Again, congratulations to all of you, and enjoy your very, very special day.
Good afternoon. Esteemed faculty, members of the staff administration, members of the Board of Trustees, alumni, family members, it's harder than it looks, guests, and my fellow Vikings. It is my profound honor to welcome all of you here today as we celebrate the accomplishments and validate the commencement of the 2018 graduating class from Grandview University. My name is Kendall Ansel, and over the past 2 years, I have humbly served as the Viking Council Student Body President. On behalf of the entire student body, welcome to the 2018 Grandview University Commencement Ceremony. I would like to begin by first acknowledging my appreciation and gratitude to all the family members in the audience this afternoon with us for their perpetual support, guidance, and encouragement along this journey. In addition, I would also like to acknowledge all faculty, staff, and the administration members at Grandview University for their dedication, commitment, and service to the 2018 graduating class. Everything that you have done for us along the way has made today possible. Soon-to-be graduates, we made it. We convene here today to celebrate as your ambitions have come to fruition. Although the pathway that each of you has taken to reach this point may vary from the person sitting next to you, it's important to remember that your accomplishments are directly distinguishable in direct response to your hard work and perseverance over the past 4 years. As you embark on a new journey, remember the time that you spent here at Grandview. Reflect on those lessons that equipped and empowered you to prosper. And always remember that this community and this university is a place that you may forever call home. So please, enjoy today's ceremony of recognition and commemoration of achievements. And to my fellow Vikings, congratulations to each of you. It has been an honor of mine to serve as your voice and official representative the past 2 years. Go forth into the world and fulfill your vocations. Thank you.
Class of 2018, congratulations. Some of you came to Grandview in the fall of 2014 and have spent 4 straight years on campus. For others among you, your journey to this day may have been longer or shorter, may have started elsewhere, was not so direct, or may have included several interruptions along the way. Well, whatever your path to this, you made it. We are proud of you. I too welcome everyone here today. This is a celebration of our students' accomplishments, so it is only appropriate to have students lead off today's ceremony. Thank you, Kendall, for your student welcome and your leadership over the past 2 years as president of Viking Council. I look forward to handing you your diploma a little later in this ceremony. I love this event. It is so great to look out and see all of you here. And it's the common experience of a Grandview education that brings us together. But just for a moment, I want you to think about home. Some of you perhaps left home just a few hours ago to be here, but some of you who came from other parts of the world may have left home a couple of days ago. Maybe you were in a hurry and left a few messes behind. Or if some of you are going back to your homes after this ceremony for a private celebration with family and friends, you left your home clean and decorated, ready for guests. Now I'd ask you to think about your home as more than the house or apartment you own or rent. Think about your community as your home. Carol, my wife, and I and our 2 daughters moved here 18 and a half years ago, and Des Moines is now home for us. Our next 2 speakers also call Des Moines home, but have very different stories to tell. Our student speaker came to Des Moines as a child. She is committed to this being her home, but that hasn't always been assured, as you'll hear from her. When she came to Grandview, she had dreams of achieving her goal of going to medical school, so eventually she can take care of the people in her home community. And she has been determined to see her dream become reality, to achieve her goals, and as we say here at Grandview, to discern and live out her vocation. Lizeth Salazar Clark was selected to receive our first Iowa Immigrant Scholarship. She is a biology, biochemistry double major. She is an excellent student, having been named to the Dean's List twice, the President's List twice, and to the Grandview Honor Society. She has done research in collaboration with one of her professors and presented that research at the Iowa Academy of Science. Lizeth has been a leader on campus, having served as a multicultural ambassador, a member of Viking Council, a member of Biology Club, and as president of the Diversity Alliance. Lizeth is active in the community as well. She volunteers at Mercy Hospital at 2 free clinics as an interpreter. She mentors students at her high school, encouraging them to work hard and get good grades so they too can go to college. You see, Lizeth has demonstrated that she cares for the community she calls home, and she is willing to work hard to make her home a place where everyone is welcomed and everyone can succeed. Indeed, all of us who call Grandview and Des Moines home can be grateful that Lizeth is here, making our home a better place. I'm proud to present to you our 2018 student speaker, Ms. Lizeth Salazar Clark.
Sí se puede. Repeat after me. Sí se puede. Yes. Oh, sí se. Yes, you can. These words were instilled to me for many years, and here we are, graduating. Yet this is only the start of a new beginning, a beginning filled with hope, joy, and let's face it, some anxiety and uncertainty as well. Anxiety, uncertainty, and fear are emotions all too familiar. More so to some of us than others, especially if one is part of the 11 million unauthorized or soon to be unauthorized people in the United States. Students such as those with DACA and temporary protected status, since I was a DACA recipient until earlier this year. My parents immigrated to the United States, leaving behind loved ones and everything they owned. Taking only the clothes on their back and a backpack filled with hopes and dreams for a better life. I became undocumented at the age of 3. They yearned for a life free from violence and fear. At the age of 5, I began to chase our American dream. Growing up, I watched my parents work back-breaking jobs and sacrifice the little they had to make sure my sisters and I had our basic needs met. Soon after, I began to realize the challenges and implications of lacking a legal immigration status. It meant I had a slim to no opportunity to go to college, to get a good job, or to even get a driver's license. It also meant I had to live in the shadows for the safety of my family. Nevertheless, I learned English, and I recited the Pledge of Allegiance every school morning and graduated from high school, with the only hope that would be enough. Today, here I am. Mom, you were right. Your sacrifice and your belief in me were more than enough to show me that our human spirit goes beyond borders and is more than a piece of paper called a green card. Part of the premises of the American dream we all follow is that if you work hard, you can become whoever you want and reach any goal you set forth. Growing up, I realized that working hard was only 1/5 of the equation. The other 4s are perseverance, sacrifice, preparation, and opportunity. I stand before you today as someone well undocumented, was committed to persevere, work hard, make sacrifices, and be prepared to take on any opportunity as many of you. And I made it this far with all of you. It would be unfair to take all the credit, though. My accomplishments were possible thanks to a scholarship from Grandview University and support from great people, too many to mention, but please note that I am grateful for every one of you. A second premises of the American dream is don't worry, everything will work out in the end. However, we must realize, graduates, that when we remain quiet and comfortable and expect things to fall into place, they don't. In other words, such is a false sense of entitlement and a fallacy. We must act. Paraphrasing the words of Gandhi, this is our time to be and make the change we want to see in the world. We ought to be uncomfortable and act when we see injustice and human dignity stripped from others. When we do nothing, by the fact we accept the status quo, we move from being innocent bystanders to being oppressors. Let's use our education, preparation, and commitment to our profession to effect change for the betterment of all. Another premises of the American dream is that having gifts, talents, and our mere humanity is enough. Everyone's gifts and talents are unique. So as graduates, we now have the responsibility to go out into the world and use those gifts and talents to serve others, upholding everyone's human dignity, including our own. At times, my humanity has been denied, degraded, or limited to the word illegal. I could spend hours sharing with you what that means in real life, but instead today, I challenge you, class of 2018, to take on the responsibility to transcend any fears you have to higher levels of professionalism and human consciousness as you embark on a new journey. Transcend past the fear of failure, criticism, challenges, and the fear of unknown as you fight for the truth to prevail and as you put to service what you studied so hard to do. And as we collectively build a community that is more peaceful for all wherever we go. That's true success. First, we are human beings holding a professional title, but we won't let that title hold back our humanity. That's how we should understand ethics and professionalism applied in real life. It's one word: integrity. Today, we celebrate one of many accomplishments yet to come. Tomorrow, we go on ready to work and make a difference. Go on, class of 2018. Sí se puede, sí se puede. Yes, you can.
Thank you, Lizeth, for those great remarks. I've enjoyed getting to know you, and I look forward to following your career. Our next speaker also calls Des Moines home. In fact, her childhood home was just down the street from campus. And she tells me that as a child, she and her friends often played on the Grandview campus. And she has made Des Moines her home ever since. Now, students and guests, we all take care of our homes, right? When something is not working, we fix it. When something needs to be updated, we update it and beautify it. We make sure our homes are safe, comfortable, and welcoming to guests. In short, we take care of our homes. And that's what Christine Hensley has done with her home, the home we all share with her, that is our home community of Des Moines. She has worked professionally and as a public servant to make Des Moines vibrant, welcoming, safe, progressive, fun, prosperous, beautiful, and downright livable. Christine Hensley's career accomplishments are described in your program. She served in leadership positions for the YWCA, a then Big 8 accounting firm, and the Bank of the West. But besides fulfilling her vocation in her professional setting, and besides being a wife and mother, Christine Hensley devoted herself to her community as a public servant and as a volunteer. Now, students, for at least as long as you've been at Grandview, Des Moines has been your home. And past experience tells me that roughly 80% of you will make Des Moines your home after today. So I ask you, feel free for a show of hands. Have you ever been to the Papa John's Sculpture Park or any of the fine restaurants around it? That wouldn't be there if not for today's speaker taking a leadership position to start that development. I can tell you when I moved to this community in 2000, that was a pretty unsightly part of town. Have you enjoyed the restaurants, the shops, the clubs in the East Village? Now, as a city councilwoman, she made important decisions to transform that part of our city into the attractive area it is today. Have you maybe spent a few evenings on Court Avenue, the Des Moines Social Club? Des Moines wouldn't be so hip by the way, without the vision and determination of Christine and her colleagues. Have you ever had an encounter with a Des Moines police officer? No, I don't want to see that. I don't think your parents do either. But as a city councilwoman, our speaker also saw to it that our community is safe and prepared for emergencies. Have you attended the Des Moines Arts Festival? How about ridden a dart bus? Have you attended a symphony concert or any other arts events? Well, our speaker has touched those as well. She served on the boards that made all of those things happen. And how many of you have student loans? Well, our speaker today chairs the board of Iowa Student Loan Liquidity Corporation, which processes your federal loans and may have issued you private loans. And I can assure you she is very sensitive to the need to keep student loans understandable and manageable. You see, class, our speaker today is further along in her life journey than most of you are, but she provides a wonderful example of what you can do to make your homes, that is, your home communities, great places to live, if you commit yourselves to that task. We've talked to you about your vocations, and yes, we've helped you discern and prepare for the dimension of vocation that will be your professional career. But vocation also encompasses what you do for your communities, what you do for those around you. And our commencement speaker has fulfilled that part of her vocation. And because she has, your life at Grandview, your life in Des Moines is richer for it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present our commencement speaker, Christine Hensley.
Thank you very much, Dr. Henning. Well, good afternoon, and thank you for having me here today. And congratulations to the Grandview University class of 2018. I want to hear another round of applause. This is a special day for you, and it's also a special day for your families. I hope you never forget the people who have gotten you to this point. Des Moines is proud to be the home of Grandview University, and Des Moines is proud of you. My name is Christine Hensley, and I retired from Bank of the West in 2012, the last of a number of steps in my business career. And I also served on the Des Moines City Council for 24 years, just retiring the end of last year. Through that role, I was fortunate to be able to work on many community projects. Serving as an elected official gave me the perfect avenue to be a Des Moines advocate. I often get asked the question, why run for office? I can tell you, it's not easy, and it's not for the faint of heart. Campaigning and governing is difficult work. You have to have thick skin and donate a lot of your time. For me, though, it has been worth it. A driving factor behind many of the decisions in my life has been the philosophy, I want to make a difference. Today, on the day of your graduation, you have passed the classes necessary to earn your degree. You have earned the skills that will make you a valuable part of the workforce. Education is important, and today we celebrate the fact that you have an outstanding education. Your degree will open doors, but that's only part of the equation to making a difference. Once you have that skill set, attitude is everything. I know many, if not all of you, will stay around Des Moines after graduation, and that is exciting. No matter where you end up, your attitude will define your success. Today, I will share with you, now with the right attitude, you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. You can make a difference in this city or any other city that you live in, and you can be a role model for the people around you. I'm going to share with you how you can be successful in ways that transcend the skills you have developed in obtaining your degree. The first and perhaps most important thing you can do is to be a good listener. As an elected official, people often wanted to have my ear. I always made a point to attend as many meetings as possible, to listen to what people were saying and what they wanted me to know regarding the city. Additionally, I valued the one-on-one and small group conversations. I had to be present, and I had to listen to a lot of feedback if I hoped to successfully advance our projects. Example, in the early 2000s, I received a call from an area businesswoman by the name of Susie McBroom to talk about what she thought was a great opportunity to revitalize Ingersoll Avenue. I'm guessing most of you are familiar with Ingersoll. It's just west of the downtown area, and today it has many restaurants, bars, and businesses. It was not always as active as it is now, and Susie saw an opportunity to change that. She called me and I was willing to listen. Had I not spent the time and energy to listen to Susie, it could have been just another phone call that gets lost in the shuffle. But I did listen, and I saw the same opportunity. To make this happen, I would have to listen to many more people. I reached out to the largest and most influential business leaders in the city to raise funds. I met one-on-one with businesses in the Ingersoll corridor to get their feedback, and I listened a lot. And because I was willing to listen and take the time to understand and consider everyone's ideas, we were able to turn Ingersoll Avenue into a hotspot in the city. Here's what you can learn from this. In the workplace and in any community activities that you may be involved in, it's expected that you will have the technical skills that you have been trained for. What will help set you apart is the willingness to listen to those around you and the ability to understand people are telling you what they want you to know. This takes time and it takes focus. Developing good listening skills is an attitude thing. It is not something that you've likely been trained for, but something that you have to consciously decide to do. Sometimes you'll disagree. That's okay. In that situation, let's talk about it. Let's address our differences so that we can find a solution that will work for all of us. In today's world, we are used to skimming social media posts and news stories, but often not taking the time to understand. I see people check their phones during in-person conversations and sending long emails when a face-to-face conversation would be so much more effective. I challenge you as you leave today to listen to the people around you. Strive to understand them. It will help you build relationships, and it will help you identify how you can help each other. And once you listen, you then have to be willing to act. Another of the projects that I'm most proud of is the work at Grays Lake Park. I'm guessing that many of you have been to Grays Lake at some point, and for years, Grays Lake was nothing more than a lake. It didn't have the trails and the beautiful bridges and the outdoor recreation that you see there today. In fact, the flood of 1993 left it a complete disaster. But we saw an opportunity to change that. There was support for it then, but it was going to take a good deal of money. As a city council member, I could have said, yes, I support you working on this project and let others take on the heavy lifting. But that wasn't my style. I knew to make the project happen, I would have to take an active role. So I was out there every Friday during the summer arranging boat rides for potential donors to help us raise the money we needed to complete the project. I was joined by my good friend and community leader, John R. Grubb. John and I had one rule, and that rule to each donor was, if you got on the boat, we didn't bring you back to shore until you made a pledge. That's attitude. With the help of many others, we were able to make the project happen, and as a result, Grace Lake is now a place that 1 million people visit each year. It's another amenity that young professionals such as yourself have to enjoy. And to make this project a reality, I had to roll up my sleeves and get to work. The same can be said about the John and Mary Papajohn Sculpture Park, as Dr. Henning referenced. Plans for revitalizing the Western Gateway in downtown had been long in the works. The city had already spent $16 million to revitalize the area. Then John and Mary Papajohn let us know quite unexpectedly that they wanted to donate all of their sculpture collection to the area. Now imagine this tough sell. We have just spent $16 million of the city's dollars, and now we need to spend another $6.5 million to make it ready for the sculpture on top of tearing up what we had just finished. The money, needless to say, was not going to come from taxpayers, so we had to find another way. We had to bring the business community together. We had to get the right people in the room. We had to make our case of why this was such an important project, and we had to take a risk. And ultimately, we had to raise a lot of money. That's exactly what we did. So many leaders stepped up in the fundraising efforts. So many people rolled up their sleeves and got to work to make it happen. And now the Sculpture Park is not only nationally, but internationally recognized. As I mentioned earlier, today's graduates now have the technical skills needed to complete the jobs you will be hired to do. But what truly sets you apart is going the extra mile, and that is an attitude thing. Don't just meet expectations, but look at how you can raise them. Take on the duties that nobody else is willing to take on. Another trait that I believe is beyond valuable and starting to disappear far too often is the willingness to treat others with respect. It's the golden rule, and it's not always easy. In fact, it can be quite difficult at times. A life skill that you will hopefully learn if you haven't already is that you cannot always choose what happens to you. Life happens. Your boss could give you a big project with a short deadline, or you could find out that the $16 million community project that you thought was done now requires an additional $6.5 million. You cannot always choose what happens to you, but you can almost always choose how you respond. In the same way, you cannot control how someone interacts with you, but you can control how you treat others, even in adverse situations. As you can imagine, things got a little bit heated in council meetings. I always had a choice of how I would react. When citizens disagreed with me, I would look them in the eye and listen, and make sure that they were treated with respect, even if they were yelling, even if they were name-calling. They still deserve to be treated with respect and listened to. I would often have follow-up conversations with those citizens after the meeting or give them a phone call, and you would be amazed at how productive those meetings were. Remember, you always have the choice to be friendly, kind, and courteous. That is an attitude. People are not always going to agree, but I have found that if you are kind and courteous, you can find the things you agree on. Finally, I want to encourage you to follow your passions. In Des Moines, there are many opportunities to make a difference. I always love hearing the statistic that our metro region is #1 in per capita giving to United Way. Can you imagine Des Moines, Iowa, #1? I like to encourage young people to run for office if they're interested, and Des Moines is a great place to do that. It is very easy here to get your foot in the door, whether it's through boards, commissions, or neighborhood associations. And if running for office is not your thing, and I understand that, something that you are interested in, give your time to a nonprofit. That goes for any city that you happen to live in. Whatever it is, figure out what you are passionate about and go for it. Outside of work, nobody's going to know or will force you to give your time to the community. But I am here to tell you that it's the right thing to do. Volunteer. That too is an attitude thing. As you prepare to graduate class of 2018, remember, today is the beginning. Enjoy this moment and know that you do not have to have all the answers to life's big questions today. You can make a difference. You will run into challenges. You will run into disagreements with the people around you, and sometimes they will feel unsurmountable. But nothing is impossible. With the right attitude, you can figure out how to address the issues and move forward. I challenge all of you to be role models in exemplifying this attitude. Together we can and we will make a difference. Thank you.
It is a privilege for me to present Christine Hensley as a candidate for the honorary doctorate degree. The citation will be read by Dr. Carl Moses, our provost and vice president for academic affairs.
Christine Hensley, longtime public servant, community leader, and one of Des Moines' biggest advocates. You have helped put our great city on the map. During your time as Executive Director of the YWCA, Regional Community and Government Affairs Officer for Bank of the West, and more than 2 decades of serving on the Des Moines City Council, you have always put our community first. Your hard work, compassion, and above all, dedication to improving our city is evidenced in all the accolades Des Moines received in the last 10 years. Hardly a week goes by before we hear about another top 10 ranking for livability, affordability, restaurants, and even minor league sports teams. Your countless board appointments and honors, including being inducted into the Iowa Women Hall of Fame in 2017, show your commitment to making our city accessible, vibrant, and successful. Your genuine kindness and your willingness to give tirelessly of your time and expertise has set the bar high for tomorrow's city leaders. As an executive, public servant, or community leader, you have brought out the best in Des Moines and those who live and work here. For all your work over so many years, we thank you. At Grandview, we value hard work and commitment to the greater good. You have proven your dedication to the values we hold dear in your professional life, your personal life, and in all you do for our city, our people, and our students. In recognition and appreciation of your vision, leadership, and contributions to the City of Des Moines and to education, Grandview University is pleased to honor you.
Christine Hensley, diligent public servant, visionary civic leader, successful community builder, devoted wife and mother. By virtue of the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Grandview University in the state of Iowa, I hereby confer upon you the degree Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa and grant you all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. Congratulations. At this time, we will begin the presentation of candidates for degrees. A professional photographer will be taking individual photos of our graduates as they cross the stage. We ask that family members and friends stay out of the aisles being used by the graduates. After the recessional, family and friends are welcome to remain in the hall. Your graduates will make their way back into the hall so you can take some additional photos then. Thank you for your cooperation.
By virtue of the fact that they have met all the necessary requirements, the following candidates are hereby recommended by the faculty of Grandview University for the Master of Education, Master of Science in Organizational Leadership, and Master of Science in Sport Management. Candidates for the master's degree, please stand when your row is released by the faculty marshal. Jessica Ann Herrigs. Aaron R. Hollister. Emily Ellen Antle. Tara DeLynn Antle. Susan K. Flack. Kenneth D. Klug. Lane Mendenhall Buck. Robert G. Ollinger. Priscilla Ann Ulrich. David Ambrosio Carbajal. Deshaun Kaysen. Gregory Christopher. Evan William Dikovich. Candidates for the master's degree, please stand. Mr. President, I am honored and proud to submit to you the candidates for the degrees Master of Education, Master of Science in Organizational Leadership, and Master of Science in Sport Management.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Grandview University and the state of Iowa, I hereby confer the Master of Education, Master of Science in Organizational Leadership, and Master of Science in Sport Management degrees to the candidates presented and grant them all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. Congratulations.
By virtue of the fact that they have met all the necessary requirements, the following candidates are hereby recommended by the faculty of Grandview University for the Bachelor of Arts degree. Candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree, please stand when your row is released by the faculty marshal. Andrew J. Tressel. Rhiannon Lynn Adair. Zachary Allen Ammon. Tyler Austin Anderson. Tammy Renee Andrews. Cale Michael Anselm. Daisy Torres Arce. Andy Renee Bagley. Modu Musa Ba. Osman Bayrich. Jamie Elizabeth Berry. Kayla Ann Bates. Alfredo Batista Chacon. Joy Ellen Battles. Julia R. Beatty. Haley Ray Beard. Adrienne Marie Beardsley. Spencer Beeson. Ella Begonovich. Christine Lynn Bechtel. Charles Bennett. Ian Bennett. Bethany Ann Bentley. Brian J. Behrens.
Happy birthday, Mom!
William Joseph Berning. Arthur George Best IV. Cesal Bandari. Zachary Thomas Bishop. Benjamin Borland. Morgan L. Brock. Alex Brammer. Dan Bretternitz, Cindinella Breskich, Rebecca Broerman, Jessica Claire Brown, Kimberly Ann Bruce, Peyton McLean Burris, Olivia Christine Kane, Bailey Nicole Canham, Katie Ann Carey, Joshua Carrera, Amanda Brooke Chance, Anthony S. Che, Trenton Paul Cheers, Jamie N. Christensen, Dylan Douglas Clark, Marshall Frank Clark, Shannon Marie Clark, Nicholas A. Claiborne, Morgan Clayton, Andrew Sachin Clements, Itidra Monet Clopton, Dalton Cody, Jessica Catherine Cody, Markel Jerice Coleman, Verna Ray Conklin, Madison Coons, Janaea Dawn Cordray, Nicole Michelle Crawford, Emily Nicole Crittenden, Kathleen Marie Crow, Courtney Nicole Cubbage, Tori R. Daniel, Johnny Dow, Ivy Darkstone, Jaleel Davis, Jennifer Renee Davis, Alexander Piter Dayton, Caitlin Marie Dayton, Yazel Jasmine De La Fuente, Jonathan Dennis, Elvine Deumich, Chantal Diaz Garcia, Fikret Dizdarovich, Caden Michael Dahl, Drew Dornenball, Mackenzie M. Drake, Kaylee Duff, Richard Dull, Yuri Moutinho Jose dos Santos,
Come on, let's go!
Christina Marie Dimmitt, accompanied by Lake, Mariano Duncan Jr., Sanel Ginich, Caitlin Taylor Edwards, Abigail Ann Louise Ellis, Christian Gerald Evans, Corey E. Evers, Brad Fain, Alexandria Dominique Fanning, Jamisha Farley, Missy Farney, Madison Farron, Megan Jean Fassler, Adam Fast, Shelby K. Fechner, Derek Robert Fenton, Amina Fetich, Bryce Allen Everett Fisher, Kurt Fisher, Luke Donovan Fisher, Soraya Esperanza Flores, Eric Francis Flair, Kennedy Ray Tristan Folkedahl, Catlin Frame, Claudia Fratto Farrell, Sasha May Fraunholz, Callie Lynn Frisch, Michael R. Fulton, Jennifer R. Garcia, Francisco L. Garcia Santiago, Manny A. Garza, Megan Elizabeth Gerke, Logan Daniel Gearing, Jacob Benjamin Gilbert, Lydia Beth Gittins, Patricia Godlewski, Mackenzie Lee Graham, Nichelle K. Graham, Jacob Groh, Samuel Graving, Martin James Green, Jessica Greer, Grayson T. Grease, Kaylee Jo Grote, Sydney L. Gutchenreiter, Jawan Hakeem Hadnot, Marlene Hall Carter, Hannah Lee Hamlin, Jennifer Marie Haney, Kayla Sue Hansen, Abby Jeanette Hansen, Brittany Danielle Haston, Almadin Harbash, Paul Michael Harkin, Emily Lynn Harris, Jordan Haas, Ashley Nicole Hauk, Brandon E. Hauk, Autumn Headley, Lindsay Helm, Grant Dean Henderson, Mackenzie Arlene Herman Olson, Alex C. Hernandez, Ann Hicks, Benjamin Lee Hines, Randy Van Huang, Casey L. Hodge, Joshua Joseph Hodges, Molly Kate Holland, Taylor Jenny Hovey, Hussein Abdi Hussein, Melissa Heiser, Danton Velasco Ireland. Cody Brian Jack. Jody L. Jackson. Logan John Jacobs. Benjamin Jensen. Caitlin Marie Johansson. Molly Catherine Johnson. Craig E. Johnston. Timothy Johnson, Jr. Levi W. Jones. Andreas Kaut. Courtney Kelly. Caitlin Kendi. Kennedy Ann King. Kylie Marie Kissling. Millie Hope Clapp. Kelsey Jo Knapp. Jordan R. Knock. Zoe Amelia Koenig. Courtney Kochmaler. Kristen Louise Kupperud Sten. Hussein Kovacevic. Charles R. Kovach. Kyle Lee Creer. Mustafa M. Kroma. Dimitro Kubruk. John Patrick Kubrak. Dennis Kurtovich. Nicholas G. Lang. Elena Ann Lake. Kirsten Marie Larson. Nicole LeBlanc Vance. Robert Lee Lewis, Jr. Kelsey Rebecca Lipovac. Bryce Lockerman Torres. Lena Lawrence. Angela Marie Lowe's. Jordan K. Lucas. Claire Louise Ludwig. Mustafa Lume. Chandra Renee Lynch. John Moss. Kalia J. McDougall. Courtney Maher. Devin Mayuene. Kareem Martin Jr. Zachary Martin. Aaron C. Martinez. Ege Masungu. Peter Mark Mattis. Madison Joanne Mathias. Troy C. May. Nathan Michael Maines. Alexander Joseph McCune. Mark Ephraim McDaniel. Carmen McDermott. Megan Marie Miller. Julia DeLynn Meyer. Mason Miller. Nicole Ann Moffitt. Chase Ryan Mullen. Hannah Munson. Madison Nail, Brian Nguyen, Ryan Trong Nguyen, Adam M. Morton, Daniel J. Nutt, Graciela Ochoa, Alicia Dontre O'Neill, Janita Osmanbagovich, Chloe Elizabeth Pesha, Carlos Pacheco Mezo, Jessica Marie Palmer, Tyler Parker, Anna Viktorovna Parhudik, Zakir A. Pasha, Peter O. Odia, Candace Pearson, Landon Peed, Elena Pellegrinsky, Matthew J. Pemberton, Annie Lorraine Penquite, Mindy Peterson, Tyler Levon Peterson, Kiana M. Peterson, Mitchell Lee Fingston, Caitlin Maureen Pickett, Brianna Lee Plager, Jacob Michael Redmond, Santino Sivampang Reed, Theodosia Leona Lucille Reed, Natalie Rose Renfro, Kevin A. Richardson, Kristen Estelle Riley, Braxton Chad Reister, Arnaldo A. Rivera Gonzalez, Ashley Robbins, Catherine Claire Roberts, Shannon Leah Rodriguez, Dakota Rothfuss, Savannah Rosenbeck, Ella Mae Ritchie, Melanie Russell, Aiden Sagar, Michael Tambasalia, Jose Sanchez, Taylor J. Santi, Jacob Samuel Santos, Aida Saralia, Kendra Sue Schulten, Ashley Ray Schooley, Camille Joe Schwartz, Brooke Anastasia Szynski, Cassandra Renee Shadlow, Jennifer Lee Schaefer, Sarah Sharari, Samantha Jean Sherman, Sarah Kelly Shilney, Juliet Lynn Shipman, Jacob Jordan Schultz, Caitlin Schultes, Selemani Sibamana, Shelby Siloff, Blair Nicole Silliman, Brandon Joseph Slifka. Bailey Jaleesa Smith. Bethany Joy Smith. Kess Olivia Smith. Riley Ann Smith. Sandra Smith. Constance Rose Snyder. Tyler Springer. Michaela Ray Stanek. Patricia Bailey Starner. DeMonte Yvel Stogner. Philip D. Stubbs. Jacqueline N. Stumpf. Dylan J. Sewer. Jordan Tanner. Ishmael Tarasid. Brian Terry. Brandy L. Thomas. Scott Thompson. Adam James Walther. April Nicole Walker. Emily Jean Wagner. Whitney Renee Vogel. Jerry Vidito. Sandra K. Van Sickle. Katie Sue Van Fossen. Hunter Red Van Veen. Tobias Tyler. Nawal Tutlam Tongo. Kelsey Lynn Tucker. Yaneth Marisol Torres. Joel Pepper Brom Timmons. Nicole Alyssa Tice. Jessica Marie Ward. Nathan Washington. Tucker David Waters. Kristen Nicole Webb. Alexander Christopher Wells. Shaquille L. Wells. Terry R. Wells. Aaron L. Wenzel. Caleb Wisdenko. Jamie L. White. Jonathan Xavier Whitfield. Michael Wicker. Hunter D. Williams. Beth Wilrich. Annalise Dancy Wiltfang. Eric James Winter. Shane Wood. Brianna Woods. Devin Honnold Woody. Elsie Marie One. Deborah Wood. Brandon Michael Young. Benjamin Zoller. Candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree, please stand. Mr. President, I submit to you the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Grandview University and the state of Iowa, I hereby confer the Bachelor of Arts degree on the candidates presented and grant them all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. Congratulations.
By virtue of the fact that they have met all the necessary requirements, the following candidates are hereby recommended by the faculty of Grandview University for the Bachelor of Science degree. Candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree, please stand when your row is released by the faculty marshal. Kendall John Antle. Jordan Doreen Donnells. Shenna Geisinger. Russell D. Green. Brandon James Greenwood. Asad Amanovich. Lizeth M. Salazar Clark. Candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree, please stand. Mr. President, I submit to you the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Grandview University and the state of Iowa, I hereby confer the Bachelor of Science degree on the candidates presented and grant them all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. Congratulations.
By virtue of the fact that they have met all the necessary requirements, the following candidates are hereby recommended by the faculty of Grandview University for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. Candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree, please stand when your row is released by the faculty marshal. Amelia Jean Asmus. Gabriela Baltiara. Brittany Nicole Blanford. Elizabeth Marie Brunner. Jacqueline Susan Brungart. Catherine May Lim Castro. Miranda Taylor Doffenbaugh. Molly Dredge. Kelly Jo Enderson. Robert Donald Fees IV. Hannah Christine Freeman. Cassandra Jocelyn Giron. Anna Veronica Halstead. Danielle Lynn Heritage. Alexandra Heisman. Emma Jean Jensky. Erica Jones, Rebecca Jane Keel, Christy Marie Cook, Abby Mason, Miranda Rebecca Nash, Andrea Lynn Nelson, Jacqueline Nicole Philivan, Patrick L. Ragland, Mallory Ann Richardson, Samantha Audrey Raymer, Kylie Joy Roseland, Derek Michael Rupp, Abby Elizabeth Shear, Rochelle L. Sink, Claudia C. Sloat, Josephine Marie Thurman, Stacia Ann Tinker, Cassidy Van Veen, Stacy Lynn Venner, Samuel T. Wadsworth, Kelsey Ray Walker, Haley M. Wieland, Candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree, please stand. Mr. President, I submit to you the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Grandview University in the state of Iowa, I hereby confer the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree on the candidates presented and grant them all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. Congratulations.
By virtue of the fact that they have met all the necessary requirements, the following candidates are hereby recommended by the faculty of Grandview University for the Bachelor in Social Work degree. Candidates for the Bachelor in Social Work degree, please stand when your row is released by the faculty marshal. Caitlin Jewel Bruns, Vanessa Cano Silaya, Sarah K. Fatino, Christian Franklin, Haley Marie Hiltz, Sarah Casey Pendry, Samantha Maria Quirk, Jacqueline K. Sharman, Darlene Wagler, Shiloh J. Williams, Erin Elizabeth Woolsey, Candidates for the Bachelor in Social Work degree, please stand. Mr. President, I submit to you the candidates for the degree Bachelor in Social Work.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Grandview University and the state of Iowa, I hereby confer the Bachelor of Social Work degree on the candidates presented and grant them all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. My name is Allie Mershman, class of 2013, and I serve as a member of the Grandview National Alumni Council. Today's commencement is a celebration of new beginnings for each of you. Even though you will no longer be walking across campus each day, you know that you are now a member of the Grandview alumni family. I invite you to stay connected in the coming weeks, months, and years. Join your peers at any one of the many alumni events held on campus and around the great city of Des Moines. These events are a fun way to continue your Grandview experience and show your school spirit. Please come back to Grandview and speak to a class, take part in a homecoming activity, or volunteer alongside of students. Connect with former graduates through Young Alumni Networking socials. Reach out to alumni for support as well as guidance. Just as a family is meant to provide encouragement, your Grandview alumni family is here for you. We are eager to help you make a difference in your communities, thrive in your careers, as well as in your lives. So, on behalf of all the Grandview alumni who walk this stage before you, let me say congratulations, class of 2018. And welcome to the Grandview alumni family.
Somewhere in the audience, a youngster is tugging on mom or dad's sleeve asking, how much longer until this is over? And the answer is only a few more minutes. Before we conclude our ceremony, it is appropriate that we recognize some individuals who contributed to the successes we celebrate today. I ask the faculty to please rise. Students, parents, these are the individuals who created the curriculum, spent countless hours outside the classroom to prepare for your classes and grade exams. They advised you, supported you, helped transform your lives. This is your opportunity to say thank you to them. Well deserved. Now, seated with the faculty are members of the President's Council and representatives of the Board of Trustees. They provide capable leadership for Grandview. Will you please rise and be recognized? And next, the staff. And they're spread around the room. Would you stand or wave? They've toiled behind the scenes just as they are today to make sure everything at the university operates the way it should. Now, graduates, as you crossed the stage, we heard cheers and hoots, and I know those loved ones in the audience did much more to assist you during your time here. Probably wrote some checks, too. So look around, spot your family and friends, and give them a round of applause for all that they have done to support you while you were here at Grandview. I also want to acknowledge everyone on stage who participated in the ceremony, including Mr. Dorfel and our instrumental ensemble. And finally, I want to recognize the Registrar's Office staff, the Provost staff, and the host of people who made today's activities run smoothly. Again, Christine, thank you for your inspirational remarks, and congratulations again on your honorary degree. Now, we have a tradition here that as we recess out of the hall, the faculty will form a corridor and applaud our graduates as they leave the hall. So parents and friends, I ask for your cooperation. After the benediction, we ask that the assembly remain seated until the stage party graduates and trustees have left the auditorium. Now, if all of you leave at the same time, there will be a hopeless mess in the lobby. Trust me, this is my 19th commencement. Your graduates will return to the hall, and you are then free to find each other and take some of those wonderful informal photos that you'll treasure for the rest of your lives. And now, will the graduates please rise? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Grandview University class of 2018. Graduates, I welcome you to the company of scholars and wish you good luck and Godspeed. And now I invite all to stand and join in the singing of Grandview's anthem, which will be followed by the benediction.
Receive this benediction. God bless you, graduates, on your journey. God bless your work, your rest, your dreams, your relationships, and all the lives that you touch. Travel well. We love you. Godspeed. Amen.